everyone, and welcome to a new color in chat. Yay, cue the applause. Okay, so I haven't uploaded a video in a really long time, and I was like, I really feel like making videos again. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I try not to make videos unless, I really want to. Otherwise, it's not fun. It's supposed to be a hobby and fun and all that jazz. So, I just got today in the mail the Caran d'Ache Neocolor ones. And these are the ones that are not water soluble. So they're just like, almost like oil pastels. I think they're, oh yeah, they're wax. It says waxy on the front. So they're like really fancy crayons. Most of us as colorists use the Neocolor 2s because they're water soluble, which means that when you put the pigment down, you can dissolve it with water like watercolor. But I really wanted to try these out because I really like Crayola, but Crayola, they're not made for like, they kind of get really crumbly and stuff and you can't layer or anything. So I thought these would be fun to try out. And these are just 10 basic colors. So there's yellow, orange, red, magenta, violet, blue, green, brown, black, and white. And I think I'm going to just buy them individually. So let's take the sleeve out. And every time I have anything Caran d'Ache, I'm like, I'm so fancy. I'm super fancy. Let's see if I can open it. Whoops. Oh, wait, it opened the other way. Whoops. So, we have a little thing here that says, haha, we're Caran d'Ache, we're awesome. Which we already knew. And then, ooh, I don't know what this is. Are they like clear stickers? Oops. Does this say? No, it doesn't say. Okay, so we have some clear stickers, which I like stickers. Ooh, can you color these? They don't really say. I'll have to look it up. So here they are. They're so pretty. Look at them. And actually, I saw there is a artist on YouTube who draws portraits with oil pastels, and he tried these, which are wax, obviously. Like we just found out, it says waxy on the front. But he tried these, and they seemed very close to oil pastels without being oil-based. So, and they're skinnier. They're like easier to work with, in my opinion. So I thought, let's put these over here. We could color in fairy shampoo, which I have had for many years. I think going back to 2016, because I saw Jen from Reading with Pugs on YouTube had this book. I don't know if she still does. So I thought we could color in this page because it's got not a lot of little lines and stuff, so we can really see what we're doing. And normally when I color in this book, I use like Prismacolors or Pablo's, or usually those two things. Apparently I did a page in here where I used watercolor, and I have absolutely no memory of doing that, but I dated it too, so I obviously did it because nobody else colors in this but me. Also, I use water-based markers in here. They work really nice. This paper is a little bit toothy, kind of thick, You can use water-based mediums, but they do kind of bleed through the back, so just be careful. Alright, so we're going to make her hair rainbow, basically, because we're going to test out each color. and then see how they layer and blend and all that jazz. We're just gonna have fun. So we'll start with the yellow. So this is the yellow, and you can see it has yellow in 3 different languages: French, Swiss, and English. And I think these arrows are telling you how to peel the paper back. I could be wrong. You can buy these open stock with the Neocolor 2s as well, like at Blick. So if you Google Blick art materials, you can go to their website, or you can go, if you live in the US, you can go to one of their stores if you have one nearby. And I don't know if you can tell, but they are not smooth. It's like they have kind of grooves on them right here. So that's interesting. And we're coloring. Oh, very nice. I hope you guys can see that good. I know I picked kind of a bad color to start with. Very pigmented, very smooth. They don't flake at all. Like, it's probably easier to tell with a darker color, but you know how Crayolas, when you color with them, especially if you put like a lot of, or any pressure on them, they kind of like, they do the flaky thing. They're not meant for coloring really detailed things or layering or anything like I just said. I remember when I was in elementary school, we used to take our ruler and scrape off the excess wax so that it looks smoother. So like we would color like this and then take the ruler like this and go over it like this just to scrape the top layer of wax off. And sometimes it worked really well, and sometimes it didn't. I think it depended on like the paper and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, there were all kinds of tricks we used to do as kids to like basically make our Crayola crayons look like these crayons look right now. Real smooth and real nice to work with. I got these from Amazon US, and they were $20. And you can get, of course, the bigger sets. I think they go up to like 60 or 70 pieces. But they're kind of expensive, of course, because they're Caran-d'Ache. So they also have like specially curated sets, like metallics and stuff like that. So that's cool. But it's just that nobody ever tries these out. They always try the Neocolor 2s out. So I was like, I'm gonna give these a shot. These look fun. And they look like they won't rub off on this page, the page next to it, so. Once I finish this leaf in her hair, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can layer them together with the orange. Cause that makes the most sense, right? We'll just go in order. And also, don't be afraid to use your supplies just because they're like fancy, expensive, or whatever to you, whatever that may be. Because, you know, they're meant to be used. You bought them to use them, so just remember that when you kind of get too afraid. Alright, so this is the orange. It does say permanent wax pastel, so it's water resistant, which is the opposite. So let's see. Do these layer well? They do! Are you guys seeing this? Oh, this makes me so happy. The problem is, because they're crayons, they don't get, well, they could, I guess, you could sharpen them. But they aren't made to get quite as sharp a point as like color pencils. So if you have a lot of intricate books, you know, with like detail, then these might not be for you. Also, I haven't tried them out on Amazon paper, obviously, but I would think that they would give you a bit of trouble on Amazon paper. I'm not quite sure though. Oh, these are so pretty. Again, if you just want to try out like 1 or 2 of these and you don't want to buy like a set like of 10 like this, you can just buy them open stock. I'm sure a lot of art stores have them in stock, not just Blick. Because I'm sure they're popular. We all know Karen Dash makes really quality stuff. Although, don't get me started on the luminance. I'm not a luminance fan. So, how's everyone doing? Are you doing okay? I'm doing good. I had a birthday in May, so I am 1 year older. If you can correctly guess how old I am, you'll get an imaginary cookie. You don't actually have to guess if you don't want to. Oh, this is so nice. Actually, it doesn't wear down as quickly as I thought it would. Because, you know, Crayolas, if you breathe on them, they get down to the nubbins. Ta-da! So pretty. Alright, should we move on to another section? And let's move on to another bigger leaf section. So we're going to use red. And should we do red and orange or red and, is this magenta? It looks like magenta. Let's see. Oh no, purple. Well, then the one next to it must be violet. I forgot Karen Dash does that. The Pablos look like that too. Let's do red and orange. So let's put orange down first, and then we'll blend red into it instead of layering it. So we'll put orange at the top, like this. Also, if you're looking for like a cheaper alternative that feels kind of the same, gel crayons are very close to this. You definitely get more bang for your buck with gel crayons. You get more colors and stuff like that. I have the Shuttle Art crayons, gel crayons that come in the yellow plastic case, and they're really awesome. It feels like coloring with lipstick. I don't know, did you ever get in trouble when you were a kid and color with your mom's lipstick on things? I never did that. Whoa. Okay, we might have to go back over it with the orange, because this is very pigmented. It is very pretty though. So pretty. It feels really good to color with. I bet you could blend it out with the white too. Which, let's try that. Just for funsies. Alright, let's see. Take the white out. Now, okay, let's see. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Oh, that's makes it very cloudy. Whoops. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try, where's my, oh, here it is. Speaking of Caran d'Ache, or Caran d'Ache, tomato, I have a little bitty Caran d'Ache color pencil blender. We'll see if this works. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, ta-da! How does that look? Can you tell? Let's do this one too. Let's just do this whole side next to where I use the white. How does that look compared to the other side? Also, these are, you see how it's kind of dirty right here? If you literally just wipe it on like paper, I have some paper next to me, it just comes off. I actually got 2 full-size blender pencils like these come, are they called like Fulbright? The Caran d'Ache Fulbright blender. This is my favorite like dry blender to use. My favorite like kind of wet liquid blender is the Derwent blender pens. They don't last as long though, so this is a good alternative. And this isn't scratchy like the Prismacolor or the Lyra one or anything like that. And it blends wax-based and oil-based pencils, which I can confirm. So anyway, I think, yeah, that's good. Maybe we can like smooth this out a little bit. Maybe if I erase part of it too, it won't be so cloudy looking. So the white is definitely white. It is not half-assed. It's opaque white for sure, which is good. So let's blend in the other side here. And I'm not blending in super, like I'm not pressing hard. Whoa, these are so fun. And I feel like going with this particular set is nice because these are all basic colors. So you can kind of blend them together to get various other colors if you did this with a blender. I don't know if I'd do this with a wet blender because it says it's water resistant, so it might not work. And it's super waxy, so I would stick to like whatever blender pencil you like the best. But since this is Caran d'Ache, and it is my favorite, and these happen to be Caran d'Ache, I thought they would work just fine, and they do. Ta-da! Oh, so satisfying. Alright, so... Oh, did I mention the reason why I brought this up that it was a little piece is because they came broken and they're like 2 full-size like sticks that are unsharpened, but they always come broken when you get them shipped to you because they don't package them well enough. Like if you buy them in the store, they're not broken, but I mean even if they're broken, you can still sharpen either end. I just sharpened all the broken pieces on one end, so I have a bunch of tiny broken pieces, but it still works the same. Alright, let's see. We can color this dude in right here, and let's do, should we do like the 2 purples? Yes, that would be pretty. Okay. I appreciate that they put this like foam strip right here. Holds them in place so that when Amazon delivers them to you, they don't get all thrown around like some of the colored pencils do. So the lighter color is just purple, and this is probably violet. Yes, it is. Purple and violet. So we blended them together and we layered them. So we're just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the lighter color down first. So this is the purple, and this is exactly the shade of purple that is in the Pablos. Like, I'm sure the Pablos and the Luminance, and there are more Pablo pencils than there are Luminance pencils. There are like 120 Pablos, and I think there are only like 75 Luminance, but all the colors like match up, kind of like how in polychromos all the colors are the same across like their watercolor pencils and the polychromos and stuff, and their pit pens, which is nice. I think Prismacolor does that too, because I have Prismacolor watercolor pencils, and they have the same colors as some of my Prismacolor Premiers and the Scholars too. It's easier when you color with darker colors to see, like, you can see the tooth of the paper, which really if I colored a little harder you wouldn't be able to. But I'm not gonna kill my wrist, you know, it's what I have a blender pencil for. It's to blend everything together without having to give myself carpal tunnel. But they're very smooth, and they don't flake a lot at all. Yeah, see, we just cleared off those little tiny flakes. Don't use your hand. You might smear it. I know, I've done that before. Oops. Okay, and now we're gonna put the violet around the edges. Just a little bit. I appreciate that these are skinnier than gel crayons, because gel crayons are so, one thing about them is they're so chunky, it's hard to see where you're coloring, because, you know, they're for kids. They're made for like kid coloring books and stuff. So after we make the edges of these leaves purple, I'm just going all around just so you can get the overall effect. Normally I'd only color one side purple, like this, but it'll still look pretty. Yeah, they're made for like kids coloring books as gel crayons, so it's okay though. As long as we have fun, right? Alright, so here it is before I use the blender pencil, like last time. Sorry if I keep blowing. I need one of those like makeup brushes. But I never think about it until I'm in a situation like this. And I'm not using a lot of pressure. Just coloring like normal. Ta-da! How is it? Does it look good? I think it looks good. Now, keep in mind when you do this that it depends on like the tooth of the paper you're using and stuff like that. I'm sure if you used paper that was smoother, you'd probably have like a more painterly effect, and you wouldn't have to blend it like with a blender or anything. But most paper isn't totally smooth, so that's why I went with this one, because I thought there would be nice big spaces, and also it has a little bit of tooth, but not a lot. really need to put this little guy in a pencil extender. I had like a pack of 4 that I got as a Christmas present one year, and now I can only find 5. I mean, not 5, Jesus. One of them, which is already in use. So, I don't know. Some fairy took off with my, some house fairy. Maybe it's a house elf. Took off with my, pencil extenders. Dun, dun. There we go. I just said don't use your hand, and I'm using my hand. So that's coloring that way. Nice, right? This is really fun. And the colors are really vibrant. I hope it's coming across on the camera. I can't really tell. So, next up, let's use blue and green. What do you guys think? Let's see. Should we use blue and green down here? For some reason that makes a lot of sense to me, although, yeah, let's do it. And then we're probably going to use green and brown. And then we'll find out something to do with the black here. So let's do a blend, and we'll do green down here. So it's kind of a darker green. It's not like a bright green. That's cool. And this way. And this way. Oops, forgot this part. And now let's use the blue. It's pretty darker blue than I thought it would be, but it's still blue. It's like bluey blue. And let's blend them together like so. We're going to go over them with the blender pencil so that they look smooth, extra smooth. Because, like, I don't know, once you use a blender pencil, you can't ever go back. A good one that you like, personally. Because I didn't really care for blender pencils until I found this Caran d'Ache one that people were talking about. And if you like blender pencils, then the hype is real. Like, it's a good one. Oops. Alright. So I was messy when I colored that because these are kind of skinny for these crayons. But you can't tell because it's black. Okay. And here we go. Smoothing it out. One good thing about the background being black is that you can't really, you can be a little sloppy and nobody will ever know. Also, less to blend. That's nice. Ta-da! How does that look? Good? Bad? Pretty good? I wonder if it erases, how it erases. Should we let's make a mark right here and see if my eraser will erase it. So this is my favorite eraser. This is a Tombow Mono Zero eraser, and it is plastic, and it is the 2.3 size. They come in different sizes. So, does it erase? No, it doesn't. It just smears. Ah, noted. When they said permanent, they meant permanent. Okay. So we did green and blue. Let's do green and brown. So let's see. Let's do, shall we try these little tiny little guys right here? This might be hard to do, but we'll try. So I think it would be easier if we just blended the two colors into each other. So let's do brown at the bottom. Oh, that's a nice color. And then green in the top. I'm interested to know how black the black is. Probably pretty pigmented. Oops, went out of the lines there. I think if I were to use them in these little spaces, I would just use colored pencil, because you can get a finer point and you can see better. But it's not so bad. Like these sides, this up here was easy to color, but as they get a little smaller, it was a little harder, of course. These would be nice for backgrounds, if you like to do backgrounds. And we're blending them in. That was a little messy, but that's okay. Smooth them out here. It's easier to see them blend together in bigger spaces, you know. Seems true with color pencil, I think. Yay! That looks cool, huh? Alright, so now we need to find somewhere to put the black Neocolor. Let's put these back here. I've already tried the white one. Let's see. Should we color her eyes black? Oh, that's nice. That's really opaque. Should we do like black blended into another color? That would be neat. Let's see. Let's do one of these guys right here, like, so let's try black at the top, but a color at the bottom. Let's try to blend more than one color if we can. I think I didn't leave enough space. Let's see. But we'll do black, orange, and then we'll try to fit the yellow in there. I don't know if it'll, I don't think it'll, we'll put a little yellow in there just for funsies. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let's try and put yellow down here first. And then we can put black on top of it. Or not on top of it, but like going into it. And see how it works. Did I just make a mess? Let's see. Not bad. I actually expected it to look messier than that. Yeah, the black just smeared into the other color, of course. I'd have to play around with that and see. That could be a neat effect though if you wanted to do like a darker picture. I bet if we did like black and blue or black and violet, it would work better. Oh, well that was fun. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I got these. Sometimes you need to give yourself a little present, you know? Oops. Get your creative juices going. Don't go bankrupt or anything. Okay. So that was our test of the Caran d'Ache Neocolor ones. And I am going to finish this, so I'm going to keep it out. I'm going to keep using all the colors and stuff. I'm going to use Prismacolor for her skin. But yeah, it's really cool. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for being patient and for watching in general. And I will be back with another video soon. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.